Welcome to Stuck, Time to Improv. I'm Mary Scott with Business Riff, and my mission is to make startup businesses wildly successful. So today I am so excited. My guest is the wonderful Jill Lublin, who is the best at publicity. She knows all the ins and outs, and she's going to share some essential publicity things for startups. Thank you so much for coming, Jill.
I am delighted to be here with you, Mary. Thanks so much.
So, real quick, what are some of the basic things that startups really need to pay attention to?
Well, first thing is your message. How are you putting yourself out there? What are you saying? Are you consistent and authentic with your message? Like, it has to be here, it has to live there, but also has to live in your heart, right? And you need to be able to communicate it simply and easily. So that's another piece, 5-year-old language. Right. And that's where I want all of you to start, like right now, like look at your message. Are you communicating it in a good way that is something that attracts others? So that's number one and very important.
Well,
the other thing
customers
is
need to know what you do, and your investors really need to know what you do.
Absolutely. So do your prospects and clients and people you network. I mean, the truth is you have to be clear and concise and precise everywhere you go. It really works because, people don't have much bandwidth now, honestly. I'm finding that patience is wearing thin. And, although many people have learned the gift of patience and flexibility, the truth is people want information delivered quickly. So soundbite would be something I want y'all to focus on too. Like, what's a soundbite that you can leave others with? Like, I like to say, use everything you've got, which would be tip number 3. And that is your ethnicity, your religion, your story. Like my woman I was working with, who's a coach with an autistic son, we went into media for National Autism Month. Now, that's not what she coaches about, but that's what got her into the media. Use everything you've got. That'll make a huge difference for all of you.
And that's part of the being authentic. People want to know you're more than just your startup business idea, because a lot of times investors will put 80% of their trust in the person rather than the idea.
Yeah, there you go.
So, any other wonderful things that startups really need to pay attention to?
Yeah, I would say pay attention to what's going on in the media right now. Like, where can you fit in, right? So, for instance, with Naomi Judd's sad death, right, by suicide, any of my clients who are in, mental health, anxiety, anywhere around the healing professions, guess what? I got them talking out right now. What can you be tying a story into that you do that ties into a mainstream story? And again, get, bigger than you think you are. Start looking at alternative ways that you can speak about something. And I think, as you look to see what's coming up, like being a woman, there's International Women's Day, right? March 8th. All right, good. So the piece around that I think is really important is I want y'all to plan ahead, particularly with your media, and think ahead 3, 6, and 9 months ahead. And what that looks like is you're looking ahead to what is going on. So I told you about National Autism Month, International Women's Day, maybe it's for Mother's Day or Father's Day, or maybe July 4th. Tell you what, I love using everything you've got for July 4th as an example. Would be what would you like to be free from? And that ties into July 4th or Canada Day or wherever you are, right? Mm-hmm. And then something similar is October. Instead of Halloween, let's do what are you afraid of? And tie that story into Halloween. So
and then there are the obvious things like National Inventors Day and Small Business Week and those kinds of things where startups can really plug in and show how they're relevant and show some creativity too, which adds to memorability, right? That's important for publicity.
Big time. I love that. Yeah, Small Business Week is great. And by the way, it also varies state to state, place to place. Just so you know, in some places it's not consistent. But then there's fall or September, which I like to call, harvest your business. And again, tying into themes, months of the year. So look to see what the obvious is, and then look to see in nationaldaycalendar.com what might be a good holiday that you hadn't even thought of. Like, remember, use everything you've got. One of my clients has a 4-year-old, and I'm like, does she like hot dogs? He's a consultant, right? He goes, yeah, she likes hot dogs. What's that have to do with consulting? I said, because there is National Hot Dog Day. And that was actually what he got into, then bringing people to his website, his free gift, but talking about hot dogs and 4-year-olds. Why not? It's something he does.
Right. That's great. And we'll make sure we put that National Calendar Day link in the comments for people to use. Are there big mistakes that people make in publicity that they should be aware of?
Yes, big mistakes, like not doing anything. I mean, people go, oh, I'm a one-person business or a small business. Guess what? You have a wonderful way to attract your clients and investors and your prospects and build trust in the marketplace. And that's publicity, and it's free. So I would tell you, inaction is a big mistake. Okay, take a first step, a baby step, whatever feels right to you. Podcasts are fairly easy to get on. Another big mistake is when media does need you, and believe me, they do, because you're the experts they want to hear from, that you don't respond, or you don't respond quick enough. Because when media needs you, they need you fast. They need you now. Like, really, no kidding. And so every time the media says, can you talk about this? You're going to say yes. Yes, I can talk about this. Of course you can. Now you got me in your front pocket. You know, you can reach out. Please, my friends, just say yes, no matter what the media asks you. That's
Right.
a key.
And there's more to publicity than social media. Your clients, your investors may actually be someplace other than online, and you need to pay attention to industry publications and the stock market and things like that as well, so that you can pop in when the problem you solve is relevant in that area.
I want to just add to that, and that is, trade publications, Mary just said, is really a great resource. And my question to you is, what are they reading? What are they watching? What are they listening to? Your audience. Answer that question, and then go after those publications, podcasts, general business publications, your business journal, the business journal in the area where you live. Great resource for you.
Right. Well, this has been excellent. And I know that we'll put a link so people can get a hold of you, because you're a wealth of way more information than just what we're getting to today. Do you have any parting thoughts, Jill Lublin?
Absolutely. Number one, for all of you, your message matters. Your message matters. It is so key that you understand that you are a key to somebody's problem. And so get out there, let's see you be talking, be sharing, and be relevant to what's happening right now. Your message matters.
Thank you again. And this has been Mary Scott with Business Riff. I help get startup businesses ready to present to venture capital. Thanks for joining us for Stuck, Time to Improv, and we'll see you next week.